Hey, what it do, sports world? It's me again. The Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs, is here, y'all. Where passion meets performance and champions are made. I'm your host, Ray Diggs, bringing you the energy, the insight, and the mindset from across the world of sports. From the locker rooms to the big stage, this is where the real ones talk and legends rise, and the motto stays the same. Winners will always win. The Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs. We are here and we ain't going nowhere. Make sure y'all tune in because we're about to go live now. Peace. Hey, what it do, sports world, and welcome to the Winner Circle podcast, man. I want to talk about with New England Patriots losing the Super Bowl. Is this the beginning, or is this what Cam Newton would say is fool's gold? Hey, listen, man, before I get started, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. And make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. But yeah, man, let's talk about this, man. Do you all feel that this right here is the beginning of something for the New England Patriots, or was this right here just a fool's goal? A team that was pretty blessed off a weak strength of schedule. I feel like this right here, and this right here is just my opinion. I feel like this right here is the beginning of something that the New England Patriots can build off of. Yes, next season is going to be way more difficult than this season. But I feel like next season, a lot of people is going to know that this New England Patriot team is built. This is a really good football team. But I will say this right here: they do have a hard schedule next season. They have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL next season. So I expect for I do expect for this. I expect for this right here to be a very hard season for Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots. Josh McDaniels. I expect for this right here to be a very tough season for them. But I will say this right here as well. This season right here can pretty much solidify New England Patriots that they are back next season. Can solidify this. Now, because the Patriots won the AFC East in 2025, the 2026 schedule include many division. If y'all don't know, if you win your division, that means you're gonna play against a lot of teams that's like won their division. So they'll play against the Kansas City. Well, I mean, they'll play against the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll play against the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions, a lot of these high-end teams over there in the NFC. They play against the Chicago Bears. They will play against the let's see. They play against the Denver Broncos. They play against the LA Chargers. So they'll play against the NFC. The NFC team will be basically the NFC. I think it's the NFC West. Basically the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Green Bay Packers. Those are the four teams that the New England Patriots will face next year, on top of playing against the LA Chargers, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Denver Broncos. They play against the Buffalo Bills twice, and they're going to play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So next season, the New England Patriots really do kind of have a hard schedule. But I honestly think that with this defense and with an up-and-coming quarterback, that the New England Patriots they have right now, they are saying that the New England Patriots have the sixth hardest schedule in the NFL. Now, I'm going to remember this. And while I'm making this podcast, I'm going to make sure I save this podcast, because once the season ends next year and New England has won 13 games or 11, 12 games, I don't want to hear nothing about schedule. Because we wasn't talking about schedule when last year's schedule came out. When the schedule came out, they said the New England Patriots, at best, they would win 8 games. 8 games. So that right there mean they was gonna win 9. They was gonna be 8-9, but they ended up winning 14 games. So I don't want to hear nothing about schedule next season. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I gotta be real. Cam Newton got to be the biggest New England Patriot hater, but I understand why, because he played for the Patriots a few years ago, and he was horrible when he played for the Patriots. I don't know why he's so mad that you think that a team is gonna keep you when you played that terrible on the field. Let's look up Cam Newton's stats from when he was with the New England Patriots. Now, y'all tell me, would you allow him to come back and be your starting quarterback the next season? Okay, like when he played for New England for one season. Let's see. So Cam Newton played for the New England Patriots in 2020. He played 15 games. He was 78. He threw for 2,600 yards. He was 65. He had 65 completion rate. And he had 8 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. Tell me, is you going to allow that right there to come back and be a part of your team the next season? So I don't understand why he keep, always, Cam Newton said that the New England Patriots was not a top 8 team in the he said they wasn't a top 8 team in the AFC. Now we're talking about a team that just went to the Super Bowl, that just played in the Super Bowl with a young 23, just turned 23-year-old quarterback, a really good head coach in Mike Vrabel. Then you have a hell of an offensive coordinator in Josh McDaniels. Okay, you got a stout defense led by cornerback Christian Gonzalez, which is he probably a top 3 cornerback in this league. And you're gonna tell me that they ain't a top 8 team? A top 8 team in the AFC. Okay, he named the team that he named the Bengals. He said that the Cincinnati Bengals was better than the New England Patriots. Make that make sense. Now, if you want to say Buffalo is better than them, if you want to say Jacksonville Jaguars, okay, cool. If you even want to say, even though they just stomped out, which the Houston Texans and the LA Chargers, which he said both of those teams was better than them, okay, cool. If you want to say that, but you want to say the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that you can score at least 40, 50 on them, if you just stop them 2 or 3 times, you're going to win the game. You're not going to tell me that the New England Patriots is not a top 8 team. And I'm going to go as far in the AFC to say that the Patriots is a top 5 team in the AFC. Let's be honest. Like, stop trying. This ain't got nothing to do with hate. This ain't got nothing to do with you being biased. The Patriots is clearly a top 5 team in the AFC. I would say that the Buffalo Bills, if you want to say the Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos, the Jacksonville Jaguars, okay, if you want to say the LA Chargers, maybe you even want to throw the Baltimore Ravens, okay, but the New England Patriots is right there with those teams. The only team that I can honestly say, man, who the fuck is this dude, man? Get your ass on, man. Yeah, so I feel like why would you even say that the Patriots is not a top 8 team? I would say they're a top 5 team, period, in the AFC. Now, if you want to say NFL that they're not a top 8 team, cool. I'm cool with that. Okay, I'm cool with that. But you're not going to tell me and sit here and say that this right here is not a top 5 team in the AFC. But like I said before, when I look at the Patriots schedule next season, I can see them losing to the Denver Broncos, depending on how Bo Nix comes back. Maybe the Kansas City Chiefs. We just don't know. See, this is a bunch of maybes. So, okay, this is a lot of maybes. Maybe, okay, if Pat Mahomes come back and be the Pat Mahomes, okay, if Bo Nix come back and be Bo Nix. See, these are a bunch of maybes. Okay, if the LA Chargers have their 2 all-pro offensive linemen, okay, if they're back, if they're healthy, okay, the Chicago Bears, they keep getting better. If the Green Bay Packers, Michael Parsons is there, okay, if the Minnesota Vikings, if they find their quarterback, if the Detroit Lions, if they can just figure it out on the defensive side. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Do you understand how many maybes that is? That is way too many maybes. And when I look at this schedule right here, I can just say this right here. I feel like it's about four, maybe 5 losses on this schedule. It's about 4 or 5 losses on this schedule. I think we beat Miami Dolphins twice. I think we beat the Jets twice. We're gonna beat the Raiders. Okay, we're gonna beat Pittsburgh. Okay, so that's what 2, 3. That's about 5. That's 5 wins right there. That's about 5 or 6 wins right there. So honestly, we probably need maybe 4 more wins. We probably and I think we'll beat Buffalo Bills once. I think we will beat them at least one time. Okay. And to be honest with you, I say we'll beat the Minnesota Vikings. The Detroit Lions is a toss-up. Green Bay, toss-up. Chicago Bears, toss-up. And the rest of, like I said, the Patriots is really ahead of time right now. They're up ahead of what I expected them. I said in the next 3 years that this team right here would possibly be in the Super Bowl. I did not expect for them to be in the Super Bowl the first year of Mike Vrabel's tenure with the Patriots, but I think that his defense is going to be still going to be good. Okay, the offense is going to get better. The offensive line is going to get better. Okay, so when I look at this team, when I look at the trajectory of this team, I think that the New England Patriots can be just as good as they was this year, next year as well. With Drake May getting better, I think a year up on his belt now, he understands what a Super Bowl loss. I think that's gonna make him more hungrier. I think that this New England Patriots team, I don't think this is a full goal team. I think that this right here was a team that a lot of people try to use the record, use the schedule. Oh, yeah, schedule. Everybody play easy schedules every now and then. Hell, I remember one year the Kansas City Chiefs had one of the easy schedules. And guess what? They ended up making it to the Super Bowl. So why do we want to use this against the New England Patriots? Because one, I think that the New England Patriots is one of the most hated teams in the league. And that's why I think that a lot of people use the schedule thing as, oh yeah, this is the reason why they made it. And then for people to say that they feel like that Drake May or Will Campbell, and man, just want to say this right here to Will Campbell, man. This young man right here is a rookie from LSU, and you know he played high school at Neville down in Monroe, Louisiana. Man, listen, this kid right here is gonna be a dog on that offensive line. Yes, he got out in his rookie year against veterans players. And honestly, I expected him to get wore out. I expected for Will Anderson to dominate him. I expected for the Denver Broncos, the defensive linemen to dominate him. I expect for D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Leonard Williams to dominate him. He is a rookie. What do you expect? You can't expect a rookie to come out there and just totally dominate the NFL as a rookie. If you can name one lineman that I can honestly say that came out there their rookie year and dominated their rookie year, he made mistakes as a rookie supposed to make those mistakes. And I expect for him to be way better next season. But y'all want to see him fail. Y'all hoping that he's failed. He's a good kid. And he's only 22 years old. He's the 3rd youngest offensive lineman in the NFL. The 3rd youngest. And guess what? He is he might be in the top 10 of the youngest players in the NFL. And y'all are saying, oh yeah, he needs to be this, he needs to be that. But this right here is what I understand. Y'all sit around and y'all bash players that's rookies for playing like a rookie, but then y'all mad when I bash Shedeur Sanders when he played like a rookie. But the thing about these dudes is they playing bad against good competition. He was playing bad against bad competition. And that is the problem that I got right there. I feel like if a lot of these players had Sanders at the end of their name and their daddy name was Deion Sanders, there's no way that Will Campbell was Will Sanders and it was Deion Sanders' son. It ain't no way y'all would be bashing him like this. Y'all would be like, hey, he's just a rookie. He's going to get better. Yes, if it was on the offensive line coach, you would blame somebody else. Y'all would probably deflect blame. But because that this kid right here have high expectations and y'all he getting wore out against good players, y'all want to bash him. But I feel like Will Campbell is going to be a hell of an offensive lineman. He's going to be one of the best offensive linemen in the league in the next couple of years. And I'm speaking that into existence. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like I said before, I think the Patriots are ahead of time. I think that this right here is going to be one of those teams that's going to be at the top again next season. But hey, man, y'all let me know what y'all think. I will be coming back again. We about to go ahead and talk about Drake May and why I think that this is just the beginning. Drake May. Make sure y'all tune in.
Mr. Diggs, we're on in 5. Vegas can't be choosers, but grandma chose Trace. She raised me on scraps.